What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. This is Rebirth Radio, your one-stop shop for everything Astro Creation related. And today we have a special, podcast for you guys because you already know what's gonna make this special. If you guys are in the Astro Creation scene, because I know there's a lot of new people coming in right now. If you guys know why we're about to be talking, but if you are in the scene, you know why this is gonna be special. But we're gonna tell you very soon. But before we do that, we wanted to make sure we thank you guys so much, as always, for subscribing to the podcast and showing love and almost getting us to 500. We're basically at this point like at 498 subscribers. We're very close to 500, so hit that subscribe button if you guys want to, if you guys want to show even more love. And if you guys want to go even further, we always say at every podcast, once we reach 1K, we're going to do a live stream podcast where all you guys can ask your questions live on stream and we talk about it and we just vibe out. So yeah. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. But going forward, we have some very interesting, exciting things, I guess, to talk about. Depending on how you feel about these announcements. So you ready to get into it?
Yeah, I'm ready to get into it. I'm excited for this one. And a lot of you were excited too. We actually got comments on our main channels and on the podcast saying, can't wait for the next Rebirth Radio. It's going to be a big one. It was a big announcement. It was on the live stream. A little, maybe bigger than I had hoped for. I had a long list of other things I wanted to see. But a lot of people saw this coming.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Last Rebirth Radio, I said they're gonna get a bunch more people and drop the price significantly, and you were like, "That's not a gameplay update."
I mean, that's not game changing at all. Maybe for them because they're getting more money, but not for like
more bug reports.
Yeah,
no, it's not that gameplay related. It was kind of reminiscent of New World. You know, when New World was supposed to do that major content drop, and they were hinting at it and being all cryptic and stuff, and then what was the big update? Console release. It's like that's not a big update for us. That's a big update for you, right?
Don't
that
frame
it
off
as
a
an
lot of
update
people.
for us. I don't like that messaging.
I agree. It definitely pissed off the New World people when that happened in that sense. But in that sentiment, I would say with New World, I'll give them this. New World was in the gutter because they hadn't had an update in like a year before that.
Well, the alpha was in the gutter too. I'm not saying we don't need the players at all.
But I'm saying at least we get updates more frequently than New World.
We do.
New World got an update every October, and that's a big problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
At least here we get an update like when they really are like head to the grindstone, like every once a month or something like that, once every 2 months. But
yeah, I got no real issues with the update cadence of Alpha 2. It's been pretty good.
It's been pretty good, but I mean, this is what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about the Steam announcement and just how we feel. I mean, I would like to say that there's a lot of people coming into the community right now who never talk about Astro Creation, but they only talk about it when like a big announcement happens, and they love to come in talking about
hype train, bro. It's a thing.
Right, and they love to talk like they actually play the game and follow it and know exactly what's going on instead of reading the Spark notes. A lot of these freaking people, I low-key want to say names, but it's like it don't matter. It really don't matter. You know who they are because they don't make content.
It ain't hard to tell.
Yeah.
To have a informed opinion on the direction of this game and stuff like that, you have to put so many hours into playing it and experiencing and learning the systems and all of that. Right. So when these people who go look Astro Creation up on YouTube right now, you're gonna find about 10 new people that you haven't seen before, and they're in MMO adjacent communities. But to take it with a grain of salt, guys. Like
take it with a grain of salt because a lot of people are doing.
It's gonna be a common thing with the Steam release. You're gonna have a lot of people coming in, giving their opinions, and who don't know anything about Ashes or the history or the vision of it or anything like that. Which, by the way, I talk about this later, but I don't think we're sticking to the PVX game anymore. I have a few reasons for that, and I think it's going to be a pretty sharp nosedive into a more commercially viable product.
I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. But I mean, all I'm saying, don't believe all the naysayers that are new to the community that are talking and dooming so hard because they're talking. I feel like they're trying to score points with their community and be like, "Oh, I knew this was gonna happen," the lucky ghosts of the world. It's funny, Lucky Ghost hasn't posted a video on this, which is it's just interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that I'm not saying that this isn't gonna be bad, and we don't think that. I don't feel like, right? We think that
Nah, I got no
starting
reason to
off,
think it's bad.
this is gonna probably have a lot of negative marks on Steam. Like it's not gonna be overwhelmingly
Well,
positive. I don't I would bet like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 that this goes probably
8 out of 10 negative.
negative.
So
Yeah,
you're saying 80? Is that just your chance that it goes majority negative, or you think it's going to be 80 negative, 20 positive,
I think
or
it's
like
like a
percentage wise?
like a B plus chance that it goes like overwhelmingly
Majority
negative.
negative.
Yeah, initially.
Okay. Well, do you know the ratings on APOC? Because remember, Ashes has launched on Steam before. This isn't its first rodeo. They
Mhm.
launched APOC on stream.
Mhm.
The battle royale prior to Alpha. Was it prior to Alpha 1 or post Alpha? It was a long time ago. I think it was
It was
prior
a
to
long
Alpha 1.
time ago, but yeah, I
A
think
long
it was
time
prior to
ago.
Alpha 1. Yeah.
Take. I'm assuming you don't. Do you know the percentages of the Steam reviews for that for
I don't.
APOC off the top of your head? Okay, take it. I know it for some reason. Take a guess. Like positive versus negative.
Like, what's the if the lower the percentage, it's negative, and the higher it's positive?
Well, yeah. How many? What percentage of views were positive and what percent were negative?
Probably like 80% were negative.
Only 63.
Really?
Had no. They have 63 negative, 37 positive, I believe. Yeah, 63,
Okay.
37.
Okay.
So it's like, I understand. I'm glad we waited to record this because we were ready to crash out. But this is a Sunday. Yeah, we record these on Sundays.
Yeah.
The stream was Friday, right?
Yeah.
We wanted to record right after that because we had very high emotions. Everyone else
Like
did.
most people did. Everyone did.
Most
feel
people
something.
did. Everyone uploaded that day. Glad we kind of waited around though. Brought it
Yeah.
back down to earth a little bit.
Yeah.
Because APOC was terrible. APOC was worse than Alpha 2, guys. And APOC 37% positive. I think we're gonna see 50+% positive for Alpha 2. I thought it was gonna be a majority negative. It's gonna be a lot negative. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be very negative. But I don't think it's gonna be majority.
I feel like it's gonna be negative just because that's the flavor of the month right now. Not because people actually think it's so extremely bad. I just think that there's so many people coming into the space of Ashes right now with a negative connotation to it. Like no one has posted any video where they're like, "Prove me wrong. Let's see how this shit goes." It's all been, "Oh, this is Steam is where during the early access games come to die." This is where they come.
I mean,
to...
they're not. They're not entirely wrong.
Like
Steam is a graveyard for MMOs.
But there is like, I don't know. I just feel like, from me being a person obviously has played the PTR and played the game and seen how far it's come in the last year, I think that we're in good shape. I feel like we still have some growing pains, but like at some point, I mean, like I said, we are talking from a place of just players and consumers. We are not marketing fucking experts and people, and like we don't have obviously any other than what we see on Steam and what we've heard and shit like that. We have no analytics to see or show why this is gonna go bad or good. I'm assuming this man Steven would not throw his game in the trash like this just for no reason. I'm assuming he knows,
It's definitely not for no reason. And if you've seen his feedback or his comments on Reddit and Discord lately, he's been pretty adamant that this is the correct move. And I mean, obviously, you have to sort of be confident after publicly announcing it.
Right.
But he's convinced this is the direction of the game. Last time it bit him in the ass. I hope they learned their lesson. APOC was bad on Steam. I'm assuming this is going to be a different rodeo. Like you said, flavor is the negativity is the flavor of the month. It's November. This ain't launched until December. It's going to be a new flavor by then.
Exactly. And I mean, hopefully for them, I would say the way that they can quell this doubt is by action, in my opinion. Like I feel like if people see that this game is continuously being updated with major updates monthly, I think that people will have no choice but to feel like, oh, this game is improving and it's gonna continue to improve on a regular cadence. I feel like when people start to feel some type of way about games when they go into games like New World and they're like, dang, all I get is one big major update every October, and I don't, you feel me?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I feel like that is going to be the mediator for everyone who is like, oh, this game's unfinished. Obviously, it's unfinished. I mean that we know that as people who've been following it, but I feel like a lot of people are scared about all the people who don't like actually follow this game like we do
Yes.
as like hardcore
Yes.
followers, and they're going into a
Oh,
game that's called early access. But some people are gonna have different, and that's all the thing that we always keep talking about, expectations of what they think an early access game is supposed to be.
yeah.
Some people,
This
you know.
I have a story for that as well to ease your nerves a little bit, but I do agree with you at face value. Early access is the wrong name. Yes, it's technically early access. You're
Yeah,
getting in before launch, right?
yeah,
It's very, very early access.
yeah.
I'm not sure if Steam lets you market something called alpha. Maybe they had to use the verbiage early access. I don't know anything behind Steam's marketing policy. I think early access is extremely misleading though. When I know everyone doesn't think that, but when I think early access, I think I get to keep my account. I'm paying to get in early, and my progress
You mean
will
your characters?
carry
Yeah,
to launch.
yeah,
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 yeah. Keep my characters, my progress, right?
yeah,
That's my first thought.
yeah.
Everyone is not familiar with Steam. Everyone is not familiar with this verbiage. I don't know off the top of my head, or at least I didn't until Falco told me. I
Mm.
didn't know what the Steam return policy was.
Yeah,
And Steven didn't elaborate that on stream. He kind of just glossed over it. It's a very very sharp decrease in the
yeah,
return policy window from 9
yeah.
months or whatever it is right now. Not
Mhm.
cool. But let me give you like I said, a story to ease your nerves a little bit about early access on Steam.
Mhm.
A good friend of ours, we just talked to him yesterday. Because I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3, much less the early access of it.
Right.
It Baldur's Gate 3 launched early access through Steam, and they
Right.
launched it in a complete shit show of a condition. It
I
was
didn't know that.
buggy. I didn't know that either. It was buggy, glitchy. Audio was missing. It was dreadful.
But they were a proven company
Yes.
prior.
And I was gonna say they didn't get bad reviews on Steam because of the fact that they're a proven company and people had confidence in those developers.
Mm-hmm.
Now Ashes is a little different, but not so much different.
Right.
Because they have a very passionate community, which is why
Right.
Steven is leaning so heavily on us to sort of get the word across to the new players. Obviously,
Right.
Intrepid is an open, transparent studio. They pride themselves on transparent communication and openness and all that. Bullshit. They're not. They've been terrible with their communication lately, and I
Yeah,
think they know
lately.
that.
Yeah.
And I don't see any sign of that changing. So more than ever, if
It's
not
gonna
for their
have
sake,
to though. It's gonna have
yeah,
to.
it's gonna
with all these
have
people.
to, right? Yeah, it better. It better.
Gonna have
If
to.
you can't, because I think they're scared to say the wrong thing, so they just say silence. But silence is worse than saying the wrong thing sometimes.
Right.
That's at least how I get communication from Intrepid Studios lately.
Yeah. Especially as a
Uh,
content creator, because like.
Yeah. So, but what I was gonna say was, if you personally want to see this project succeed, then sadly, even though you might not fuck with Intrepid, even though you don't like them or the way they're communicating right now, you are gonna have to communicate to these new people what this project is about, or
Or
keep
try your
them in
best
loop
to
with the
keep them in the
updates
loop.
for
Yeah.
your own sake, to help
Yeah.
get us to the final product, because the final product's going to be good. No one has any doubts about that. It's
Right.
getting there and sort of swallowing your pride and helping out a studio that you might not like so much right now,
Right.
to get us there for the
Right.
greater good. TM,
It's just a very interesting thing with me and like Steam, because like when you hear about it, like for them, if you guys don't know, you guys probably do know by this point, but for the people who don't know, who are watching this, it's being decreased from $100, which it is for what's called phase 3 or what's it called? Is it
Uh,
phase 3?
we're in phase 3 of Alpha 2 right now. Yeah.
Yeah, phase 3. Okay, and it's being decreased from $100 to $49.99. But for I guess that first week, they're also giving a 15% decrease, or like what's called bonus also, so it's gonna be $42. But a lot of people who may be new to Ashes may not know, and it's been like very like italicized, like and they know. Intrepid knows people don't
Yes.
like to read shit.
Yes.
Most people don't
Yes.
know that this game is going to be a monthly subscription game. Like Steven says on the streams, not a lot of people tune into the streams. 3,000 people is not a lot in the grand scheme of things.
It wasn't even 3,000. It was 2,800 at the peak.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Or
it was around
it
there.
might have cracked
Yeah,
3K for a second, but
for
it
a
wasn't
second.
sustained.
But it wasn't sustained that long. But I've never played a game on Steam where like it's been early access and it's a one-time purchase, but then it goes to like a monthly subscription once it's out. but there's not so many games I played that have been early access other than like Diablo and I think what's called Hades 2 or Hades, yeah, Hades 2. But like Hades was always already a very good game and proven, so they could say early access and people know they're gonna get their money's worth. I feel like this, like, obviously they have to somehow find a project for them to prove themselves. That's just the name of the game. They're not going to be given trust because just they're in they're in a genre or an industry where that has made people's trust not warranted anymore, because they've rolled
Mm-hmm.
people so much. But it's like, I don't know. I just feel like there's certain things that they may run into down the road that people are gonna be like, what the fuck? I didn't already pay for this game. It's a monthly subscription. If they really don't know, or maybe they
Mm-hmm.
find out halfway through when they're paying, they're like, what? I'm playing to pay a game that at
Yeah,
some point
no,
it's gonna
I
be a
mean,
monthly subscription.
yeah, no, I
Uh,
get what you're saying because after the stream, I went to the Steam early access page, and I was like, it doesn't mention anywhere on here that it's a paid subscription. I can't find it. And then no,
mhm.
Falco was like, no, go all the way to the bottom, get your magnifying glass, hit Control plus 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 plus, and then you'll see it there. It's like it's like the return policy on the Krusty Krab menu. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That shit was fucking
And
funny.
Mr.
Yeah,
Krabs was like, oh right,
yeah,
forgot about
yeah,
yeah, right. It was
yeah.
like that kind of. It's on
Exactly.
there if you look hard enough. The thing is, people aren't gonna look hard enough, and I don't
Right.
know of any other subscription-based game on Steam off the top of my head.
Especially when you
Do-
sell them this alpha or early
Mhm.
access at basically a 65% decrease in like price when they hear that, oh, they're lowering it from $100 to 42. A lot of
Mhm.
people are gonna buy it. You're gonna have a lot of people who generally just probably follow the trailers and follow like
Yeah.
the announcements, like the, oh, new archetype came out and stuff, but they don't really follow anything else. They don't really know what they're getting themselves into, like in the sense of a game, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you're gonna have a lot of those type of people commenting now about how they feel, whether they've had a bad experience, a good experience, or a lackluster experience, or whatever it is, wherever it may be. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I just think that it's gonna be shaky. You already have people not really so happy about how they Intrepid said they're working trying to find a way to let people who bought like access like us to Alpha 2 but bought it through their site be able to like properly have it on Steam. The only other way you can do that is by, going to non-Steam games and adding the Intrepid launcher to it, but it's not like embedded within Steam. So they're trying to find an integration for that, but they already have people being like what they want that. But it's like I don't know, it's just I don't know. I don't know. I still think the game is going to turn out well as long as they actually continue just to work on it and like work through the noise. I just feel like if they already feel like Steven and like upper people like Margaret and all of them, if they already feel some type of way about how people talk about their game, you guys better get some shark skin, because it's not gonna get, if you think we talk like mean about the game, you're really not gonna like you should probably already see it. You see the writing on the walls with the old
Mhm.
new content creators coming into the scene right now. It's about to get way
Yeah.
more like mean.
Mhm. There's a ton of new creators coming in, which is good for us, good for the
Yeah,
scene. There's no
yeah,
doubt at all this update's going to bring us more views and help our channels grow.
yeah,
But every new content creator coming in is negative. Your
yeah,
Steam reviews are going to be brutal.
yeah,
I know you guys don't at Intrepid don't handle negativity so well, just from what we've seen on the outside.
yeah.
Do
Just
you
from
try
being
to?
yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
It's like, and it's not when we say like negativity. It's more so they don't handle what they would deem mean, I guess you would say, or mean spirited way
Hmm.
people say stuff, which most of us like who've been following this game probably we don't mean it any mean spirited way how we say shit. We just say it the way it is. I mean, if that kind of comes off or strikes a chord, we don't mean it that way.
Hmm.
You feel me?
I feel you on
But
that. Yeah.
and like that's just the way most people are gonna talk about the game, especially the new people who really don't have any,
Yes.
like, they don't care about the game like that. You know, they care about the clicks. They care about the clicks. You know.
How many
Uh,
people you think are going to come in through Steam? Because I think they have a player base of some 3-4 million players. That actually let
I
me
mean,
look
based
that up
off
real
of
quick.
if you guys saw the IGN like the IGN, because they put their trailer on IGN. They got like 45K, and
Sorry.
then they have theirs on their site, which is like 30.
Steam has 26 million concurrent users right now.
I say it. It's not gonna have a ton, in my opinion, because it didn't really get that much buzz on Instagram. But Margaret did say that they're gonna slow roll out like ads. Like, they started ads on Friday, but they're gonna slow roll them out until the New Year's. So maybe they should get more people, like slowly but surely, like from that time.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to get too many people right off the rip because they're afraid of their servers freaking crashing and giving them bad reviews. Because people will be like, wow, this is early access.
Wow, 5-hour queue, early access.
They're gonna bomb their shit. So
and especially, okay, do you want to hop into that now? The return policy thing.
Yeah, we can.
That was this is the biggest thing I think that's gonna review bomb the game.
Yeah.
Because when people say you're waiting in queue for 3 hours, say Steam brings in 30 to 40K users.
Yeah.
It was like that. Phase 1. I'm pretty sure we had 30. Phase 2 had a lot too. You were waiting in queue. I had someone waiting in queue for like 6 hours that I was playing with at that time.
Right.
That counts as playtime. You have the game open and you're waiting to log in. Now, what is this Steam return policy that Steven mentioned on stream without going into the details? What is that?
It's basically you have, if you pass over 2 hours of playtime, you can't return the game. And if you have had the game but you didn't open it for 14 days, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 2 weeks, 14 days, then you can't return the game either. So you have either 14 days of not playing the game or 2 hours of like game time to actually, return the game. Yeah.
See an issue with that?
I mean, yeah, definitely, considering the fact that their previous return policy before adding to Steam was 90 days. And there was no time frame that you could, do it. Like,
I'm just saying, you might not get into the game for more than 2 hours. You might not be able to return the game by the time you log in.
Yeah.
If you're stuck in queue for more than 2 hours.
Yeah. And I mean,
I thought that was really grimy. On stream, Steven said we're gonna adopt this Steam official return policy. These are MMO players, dude. Like, not a lot of MMO players play on Steam. I didn't know the Steam return policy. A lot of people don't know the Steam return policy. 2 hours, that's a kick in the ass. Compared to the previous.
Lot
like, tell it to your viewers. We're going to adopt the official Steam return policy, which is you have 2 hours or 14 days if you haven't played it.
And these are your most loyal followers too, Steve.
Yeah.
You gotta
stop setting yourself up for a kick to the teeth unless you just really plan on, like putting on earmuffs once the doors break and Steam when the Steam release happens.
Right.
It's a viable strategy. Probably won't work out, but
definitely won't.
It's a viable strategy.
I don't know. I will say that they did say what the actual release was on their newsletter, like the Steam release it was either on the newsletter or it was on what's called on Steam, like the little Steam thing. But like I said, people don't read, people barely even listen to the streams. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm assuming anyone who buys stuff on Steam regularly is probably gonna know the Steam like release policy. I would hope they would. I would hope if they regularly shop, because I'm assuming anyone who shops on Amazon should know the Steam, like they know the Amazon return policy. You feel me? Like you feel me?
I mean, because I use Amazon. I sometimes use Steam, not for a lot, just for New World, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm me. I didn't know until you told me about it. So I can only assume, and I'm a heavy MMO gamer, bro. Like my whole channel is MMOs, and I didn't know the return policy. So and he didn't elaborate on it. So I didn't like that.
That's the biggest thing. Yeah, he should have elaborated regardless, because I mean, but obviously he doesn't want people. Like I said, Intrepid, we love them, but they are a business, and like you gotta keep it that way, guys. They're a business. They are a corporation.
They want to make
profits. Money, and they want people to stay, and they want people to give their shit a chance, and they want people to stay. They're a business. They are a business, a corporation.
It's their second time on Steam. Everyone deserves a second chance. So just want to give them a little advice before we get there. Give them a little constructive criticism.
Exactly.
Don't do that. And also, the first time user experience,
It's kind of shaky.
this is it's shaky. Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
It's kind of shaky.
I have heard from good authority that they are, for those of you listening, you may rejoice in the fact that it is almost certain, we've heard it from a very trusted source, that they're going to rework the what are they called, the reagent costs from the vendors for refining. That's getting reworked. So that's good, because I'm telling you, man, those reagents will make people run for the hills and try to return their game and then crash out when they can't.
Yeah, I mean,
because early game gold is not easy to make. If you want to go fish and then process your fish and you can't, at that point I would just log off. I'd be like, okay,
right.
Well,
you definitely don't want people to log off before they hit level 10 because they couldn't freaking make any armor.
That's
and
yeah,
you know?
That's probably the plan, is to rush them to level 10. I'm sure the quest XP rewards are going to get a huge boost.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff's going to be streamlined. I'm sure quests will lead you to other quests, maybe.
Hopefully.
Like probably level 1 through 15 is going to be like in the blink of an eye now. Probably 5-10 times faster than it was prior.
Right.
No more Highwayman Hills from level 9 to 13 taking up 2 days of your life.
They also need their quests to work properly, because we tested the quest in PTR. They used to work.
Man, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
And it doesn't work anymore. It's if you guys remember the latrine quest for some of my people who played
at the second sword outpost.
At the second sword outpost, it's one of like your very first quests you can do that gives like really good XP. You're supposed to kill latrines and then like burn like pyres, or burn like bones out of pyre, and like this man Yami couldn't. He literally just clicked on the dude and then completed the quest. He didn't even have to clean the latrine, and all I had to do was clean the latrine and then completed the quest.
This is
a very before.
Yeah, it's a very popular early game quest, and it worked fine before.
Right.
And what I did on the PTR is I walked up, I talked to the guy, and he said, go to the task board and pick up latrine duty, which is the first step of the quest. And I said, what if I just talk to him again? And I talked to him again, and he said, basically, great job on those latrines. Here's your bag of loot and your XP, and the quest auto completed. And this was our second time doing that quest on this PTR, because we were on different accounts. The time before that, Falco and I turned in the quest at the same time, and he didn't get his rewards. He didn't get XP or the bag of goodies.
But I completed the quest, and it said it was complete in my freaking quest guide, and then I had to go and complete the next, because the quest was like it had the chain quest, basically. It led to another quest. Once I got to the next part of the chain quest, where you're going to Jova, it completed just randomly. So I was like, what?
But you didn't get your goodies, did you?
I did get my goodies. I got my XP once it completed. Once I ran all the way to Jova and completed the next part.
Okay, I didn't know.
It like queued it up behind the next quest. It's like it was waiting for me to complete a quest, and then it completed that one.
Okay.
It completed both at the same time.
I don't remember that. That's so odd.
Yeah. But
like first time user experience, shaky.
That's gonna make people who are new to the game and think this is gonna be like, some people are gonna come into this early access, because it's not. They in my eye, and maybe in a lot of people's eyes, they've thrown out the alpha, at least from the marketing perspective, and they put the
verbiage yet.
Exactly, like early access. People are gonna think this early access like some Diablo 4, or like some other game that's like, basically the early access is you get a few days, the game's finished, and you're getting a few days in, or Call of Duty, they used to give early access. They're gonna think of something like that, and then when they see like some quests not working properly or something like that, they're gonna be like, damn, this shit's trash. Even if Steven did put it in the little writing under freaking Steam, like, even though he's like, this is it's because in the verbiage it says this early access is in under our alpha, and I'm like, what? Yeah, like, this early access is under alpha? What? Like, what was it? Hold up. I gotta bring it up now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if it was good verbiage and clear communication, you wouldn't have to explicitly explain that there are still alpha and beta phases going on,
Yeah, okay, it says right here, it says, approximately how long will this game be in early access? And it says, we're currently in Alpha 2, the second major testing phase. And I'm like, most people aren't gonna read this. And they're gonna give uneducated like responses and uneducated reviews. That's just the way it's gonna go. or people are not going to take that and they're going to be like, really? You released the early access to an alpha, like a game that's still in alpha? You're going to have a lot of people just giving, like, shitting on them. What's the current state of the early access version? Ashes of Creation is currently in active alpha testing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's people.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I'm excited to see how they respond.
I'm excited to see how many players we get. If we only get like 2K new players from this, that's a disaster. I don't know what they could possibly do to bring that back.
Yeah.
If there's only like a few thousand new players, because I feel like at this point they're laying all their cards on the table.
Yeah.
They're going to the biggest gaming platform. They're slashing prices 65% pretty much.
Yeah.
Or effectively, I think it's like, I don't know, 58% from the $100 price, but 65% overall. What else are they doing? They're marketing. They're pushing their ad.
Yeah, they had
It's like
IGN ad. IGN.
Yeah, an IGN ad. It's probably going to be pre-roll on YouTube videos now.
Right.
That animation, which we will talk about later. That trailer.
Like Margaret said, this is going to be a slow rollout of marketing over, basically from now or from Friday when it was announced till the end of the year.
They probably want to build those wish lists, registrations.
Definitely.
And then once it comes out on the 11th, just a huge influx of cash.
Right. I mean, like I said, I feel like most people are just worried. A lot of the internal, I guess, the internal community of Azure Creation is more worried that this is going to end like badly because they know the current state of like the PTR. But some of the outside people are probably just they know the game is unfinished and not ready, just by what people have been saying and probably what they've been watching, and they kind of just like, I also, like you said, the verbiage early access is kind of, it throws them off. Like it's gonna throw people off, especially because they let beta people in and stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, when you let beta people in.
This $50 package, by the way, it includes 1 month of membership.
Yeah.
It's a killer deal.
It's a crazy deal. It's like $30. It's like, was it? If you're paying $42.
Oh, then you're paying $28, 27. It's 15 a month, right?
It's 15 or 20. It's one of those. Yeah.
Let's say 15 a month. You're paying 27 for Alpha 2 access. That's right. I paid $250. This sucker over here.
I'm not a
paid
sucker.
a lot more than that.
I got my name reserved.
No, you got your name. Honestly, I wish I did that. Plus, you got a better cosmetic than I did.
Yeah.
My Mount cosmetic.
And I got a lot of time played.
I got a lot of those.
I got a lot of time.
Yeah, we got our money's worth. I'm not saying we didn't, but we made content on it.
Yeah.
If we didn't make content on it, I wouldn't have played that much.
Yeah.
So.
What was it? We played basically for a whole year. If you divide that by 350. Basically, what was that? 12. What's 350 divided by 12?
350 divided by 12. I don't know.
That is $29. $29. $29 a month. I think that's worth it. I think that's worth it.
I mean, that's reaching. It's for me. I wouldn't say worth it, but
I mean, I also got tons of membership. What did I get? How much membership do you get from it?
Oh right, yeah.
I got like 7 months of membership or something like that.
I think I got 6 months membership. It was a decent deal.
Yeah.
It was decent.
And then we got the cosmetics and the
but this is a killer deal, dude. Fuck the cloak they're giving you, that cosmetic. Fuck the mount skin. Actually, no, they can get the mount skin too, because if you get 25 after December 11th, which is the Steam date, you get that Autumn Guardian.
Autumn Guardian.
So all they're missing is the cloak, really, and.
Right.
I could go without the cloak to save $225.
Right.
You know?
Right. I mean, he doesn't like his cosmetic though, so.
Yeah, so maybe don't. I'm salty.
He's salty. Man, I got a shoal skipper, so it's like.
What am I supposed to do? Override my shoal skipper with the shoal skipper? Gee, thanks, Steve.
Maybe you will like it one day. Maybe the shoal skipper will be more difficult to get.
Yeah, no, totally. Definitely. For sure.
He's hating, but
I'm the hater. It's funny how that works out.
I mean, fuck. I know. Put this in between.
What?
I know that a lot of you motherfuckers may not care about this, but I want to bring it up.
Yeah. But, I remember. I know what you're talking about now. Let's slot this in real quick.
Let's slot this in real quick. Content creator program. We've been waiting for that for
that was
years.
unexpected.
That was very unexpected.
and personally, I'm very excited for it.
Very,
The
very.
24th, we hear back, guys. Wish us luck. Do we
Yes.
get into the
Wish us
program?
luck. If we don't,
we
will
get
you guys
some-
riot?
Will you guys riot for us in the streets? Will you guys
Right.
go to Intrepid HQ? No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
weird.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But we might. I don't know. I don't know anything about this program. We may have
Me
some
either.
keys to give you guys.
Hopefully.
We applied.
Made some merchandise at some point.
We applied on our main channels. We
Yeah.
applied on the podcast channel.
Yeah.
So maybe we can double dip.
Hopefully. Who
Get a
knows?
little feisty.
Maybe get some keys. If, like I said, if we get some keys or some merchandise, they said they wanted to give out that stuff to content creators to be able to give to the community.
Right.
We would love
Events
to give you
with
guys
the devs.
some like.
It'd be cool as hell to go through that avenue to get some interviews going. I would love to interview someone from like the visual effects team.
Right. That would be
That
dope.
would be cool. Because with the summoner coming out, whoever did
Right.
that killed it.
They did.
They killed it.
They freaking knocked the socks off, man. They knocked my socks off. I was like, phew. These
And he don't
stink.
even wear socks.
I don't.
and you
And
still
my-
knocked him off.
My feet are kind of crusty right now, low key.
His dogs are always barking.
They always, always, yeah. But honestly, we would love to like interview anyone from
Yeah.
Intrepid. That'd be dope.
From any department, really. But
yeah,
it would be nice.
it'd be nice.
They're
I mean,
hard. It's very hard to get permission.
You
to
know
get
how
one of them
hard
on
it is
here.
to get an interview like with anyone from Intrepid. That's like freaking like solving like an 800 sided Rubik's cube.
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes some effort, but yeah, that's gonna be very cool because it's gonna be. This has been talked about since 2021, guys. 2021.
Yeah.
So
been a while.
So this is, I guess you could call this really is the early access to Ashes of Creation, because a lot of things that have been talked and been put in motion years ago are coming into fruition right now. But okay, well, now that we're talking about that, it's early access, right, Jimmy? Or Yanni?
Sure. Yeah.
Fuck.
No. Yeah.
All right. Answer
Jimmy.
me.
You guys can call me Jimmy. Call me Jim.
Answer me this.
All right, John.
Damn it. Fuck. Do you still think that the game launches with both sides of the map now? Because there's East and West Coast.
No.
If you know.
0% chance. It's out of the question. This
You
goes
think
back to
it'll-
what I was talking. This is weird to go into the content creator section with this, but I'll squeeze a little tidbit in real quick.
Yeah.
They are going to launch this with just the west side of the map, and probably not even the full. Like they're gonna all the square footage will be there, but they will not have they will not have 2 grand dungeons in each zone by launch. It'll be pretty much an incomplete left side of the map,
You
and
think
then
so?
after launch, yeah, I think so. Yeah, because yes, we're not getting 2 grand dungeons in every zone. For I don't know, we didn't know this, so maybe you won't either. Northeast of the Riverlands, east of the tropics, there is another giant zone still in the west side of the map, right?
Yeah. I mean, we
I
had to
forgot
look back
about-
at the map to
Yeah,
like
we had to
actually
look
verify
back.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we forgot all about that zone. That
Yeah.
zone that still hasn't come out. We're
Yeah.
probably not going to be in Alpha 2 for more than another year or so.
Yeah.
Probably about 9 to 10 more months of Alpha 2.
We still
Beta's
got
going to
3
be
parts of it. Yeah.
1 to 2, maybe 3 or 4 months at the most.
Yeah.
Those grand dungeons, bro, they're not going to make it in time. They're going to be post-release updates as long as they get the square
Yeah.
footage there. The east side of the map is like years expansion term. And like those people saying Ashes ain't launching until 2027, they're right. No, sorry. I was almost
They're
switching to chat.
wrong.
Wow.
They're wrong but
It's-
they're right if we release with the eastern side of the map.
yes, yes, it won't be here till 2030 if we want the east side of the map.
Because
That
we still
is
need 3
so
more biomes.
much work.
We still got 3
So-
biomes, guys.
Yeah,
The fucking
That's not happening.
The
It's just
Crucible,
not.
which is the volcano, the
Right.
the lands, or I don't know, the uneven terrain to the right that's in between like the Riverlands and the desert. And then we also have Sujoma, if you guys remember that island north of the what's called Anvils.
Anvils.
Yeah.
Yeah, way up there.
Yeah, we still got those 3 places, and then we still. I think they could put the if that is their plan to put 2 grand dungeons in each biome. I think they could do that before. Let's say hypothetically they release at the beginning of 2020 or December 2026, or maybe even December 2027. 2026 is probably or January 2026
For
maybe.
the 2 grand dungeons,
Yeah, 2 grand
in
2
each-
grand dungeons. Yeah.
it's possible. I don't think so though. I think we're gonna get 2 in the Anvils for sure. We already have 2 in the Riverlands. We're gonna
Uh-huh.
get. I don't know about the June Dark. because that
think
place
so?
needs a whole needs a whole rework if they want to fit Grand Dungeons in there. There's nowhere to put them. And I don't say the fucking Crucible, dude. It's neither here nor there. It's literally, it's not in the Jundark. It's literally in half the Riverlands, I don't know what it is. It's its own zone.
I want to know what they plan with that, because no one knows what the fuck they're planning with that.
Right, they don't even know what they're planning with that.
Honestly,
it's
they
like
do have a lot of stuff.
It's like the Underrealm and Divine Nodes. We don't know.
We don't even know that either. When they're gonna do the Underrealm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hear me out with this. I think that they have a lot of stuff in place to generate a lot of buzz around Ashes if they properly do the shit right. Like if they properly do classes right, they'll generate a lot of buzz.
Which I think they will.
If
they do classes and archetypes well.
Exactly. If they properly do the Volcano or the Crucible right, if they properly do story arcs, if they do story arcs right, they can continue to generate like little burpees of people coming back to their game more than Ashes did. I mean, no more than New World did, because New World generated that hype every time they put something out. When they put out the freaking the Brimstone Sands, pew! When they put out fucking Elysian Wilds, pew! Even when they put out the fucking newest thing, people were freaking crying like they saw Michael Jackson freaking pass away or something like that. When it said they were.
It was very emotional, surprisingly.
Right, like. So I'm like, I don't know. I think that MMO players are a little more resilient than we're giving them giving them credit for, and I think
they have to be resilient. Been kicked in the teeth for 25 years.
Right, but they're also crackheads for a good update.
They are, but I don't know. The New World, if you look on the Steam charts, the New World return curve had such a huge dampening factor every update. It was like Brimstone Sands, I think it was like 200k, and then we had, I don't know, Rise of the Angry Earth. I think that was like 80k.
Yeah.
So it dropped by over 50%. And then
that's because the game never got better though. That's because the game never got better.
True. Yeah, they didn't fix the core issues.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, and actually speaking of fixing the core issues, let me stop your train of thought there.
Damn
and move on to a core issue of this game, at least for right now.
He stopped me.
No, okay.
No, keep going. I'm kidding.
All I'm saying is, yes, Steam is huge. There will be people. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I get it.
I was gonna say, because we're already 42 minutes in, we still have a lot to talk about, kinda.
Okay.
But the core issues. Speaking of not fixing the core issues, Steven had to literally ask you guys to be nice to the new players. He knows how demented and cruel
you guys,
and antisocial. Yeah, you guys are a bunch of shitheads, and you guys are like 30 plus. You guys are pushing 40, 50.
Yeah.
Some of you pushing 60. I met an 80-year-old once in this community.
We definitely
met
an 80-year-old.
Yeah. So. This goes back to what I was saying. I don't think they're gonna stick to their vision on this game. I really don't. Steven asked you guys on stream to please treat the new players nicely, to not run them off, to not, grief them and all that.
Grief them, yeah.
And I don't see that happening. So what I see happening is Steven taking away your ability to grief them and ruin their early game experience. I think there's going to be a starting experience from level 1 to 10 where it's opt-in PvP, where you cannot be attacked or there's going to be some sort of anti-grief, like heavy anti-grief on guardrails from level 1 to 10 to try not to run people off, so they can at least get their 2 hours of gameplay in before the return, after the return window ends.
Oh god,
they're gonna
sleazy, like slightly, but
it's a company. It's what it is.
Yeah.
But with that comment Steven made, that goes hand in hand with, on the PTR, we had to double check because we hated this and we wanted this to be fixed so badly, and it still hasn't been fixed. The PvP settings. If you really want to stop people from griefing and you want your player base to play nice, you have to change the default PvP settings.
You definitely
We talked about this in length. We experienced it. We were griefed so hard for pretty much the whole start of phase 3. We were griefed by this one PvP setting, and it's still ticked off by default. And that is, do not allow my AoE abilities Well, it's something that I don't know the exact.
It says
verbiage.
do not allow AOE abilities to attack not or combatants or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Or something like that.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. So if someone stands under your mobs, flagged up, you guys have all experienced this.
Yeah.
Someone from a shithead guild comes through, flagged up, and stands right next to your tank, where the healer is casting heals, where a fighter might be whirlwinding, where Falco the Ranger might be using Rain of Death or Airstrike, and boom, you're flagged. And then all of a sudden, your whole team is flagged. This guy, probably a much higher level than you, in good gear, is just gonna wipe you and take your glint. It happened to us so many times. It was such a brain dead fix, and they still haven't addressed it. It's still in the game. If it doesn't change by December 11th, then we're gonna see majority negative reviews, because they pull. Oh man, I almost said it. Don't say it. I almost said it.
A infamous guild.
An infamous guild will do it again.
Yeah.
If the settings haven't changed.
And infamous guild will make new players not be happy, and they will say infamous guild on top. And then people will be like, wow, this is just another gank box, because people are already expected to be a gank box. So when you prove them right, or you give, it's just gonna look bad. It's just gonna look bad. But yeah,
it's gonna feel bad too, because death means something in this game, right? It's expensive to repair gear. It's hard to make coin. Your glint, you have to fight for your glint in the early game, unless they do like some crazy early game gold income changes, which they might. I don't know what they have planned, but if it's anything similar to the start of Phase 3 at Harbinger's launch, and they don't change this PvP setting, I am gonna fucking scream in my videos. I am going to riot. They're gonna kick me out of the content creator program because of my my foul tongue. If we're even there, I don't know. We keep it a little real, sometimes brutal on this show, so I know I'm well aware that it damages our chances of getting into that program, but I don't care.
It's like we got to keep it a being with you guys, because I feel like that's why you guys resonate so much with us, because we try not to hold any punches, and we try to keep it real, at least real to how we feel. So that's just the way it is.
And we get a lot of comments from you guys, so you might like us. I don't know. I appreciate it.
Right.
A lot of comments.
That's definitely something that needs to be fixed. I'm like, why is that unchecked anyway? Like,
I don't know.
No one wants their AOE attacking combatants.
Right. If I use a magma field, I'm not using a fucking magma field to hit that level 25 in full carving gear. That's not my intent. It's pretty clear. It's been in the game for months.
Right.
Like, fix it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's still unchecked with the PTR.
I'm not sure if this is still in the game, but people were commenting about how if someone attacked or attacked your familiar, at, like, let's say you're a summoner and you have like your guardian out, and someone attacks your guardian, it would flag you up also.
Yes, I heard about that.
I'm not sure if that's still in the game, but I would definitely look into that if any day.
Yeah, they're gonna iron that out. They have a long list of summoner bugs. They addressed multiple of them on stream, and they actually found a new one on stream.
Yeah. One of them I found, but I didn't get any credit for it. I'm not even talking about it. Dang, I don't want to go there.
Brutal.
I don't want to go there.
You don't want to talk about it?
Should I say it?
If it was me, I would talk about it.
Should I talk about it? I'm gonna talk about it. Because
I would.
I feel some type of way.
I'd feel hurt about that.
I'm not gonna say. I don't want to call anyone out, but let's just put it this way: I found a bug with a group of people in PTR where it was like you killed a mob, and it dropped like every potion recipe that known to man in the game, all from this one mob, and I reported it, and then on a live stream. Man, how do I say this without like giving away anyone? Because I don't want to like target anyone. Let's just say someone else was given credit for it. For even though that person was with me and we all agreed to report it together, but it was a particular streamer,
and it was a streamer who Steven. This will give it away, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It was a streamer that Steven said, I don't have any favorites, but if I did have a favorite, it would be this guy.
Yeah.
And that was who got credit over Falco, even though I'm pretty sure Falco reported it first.
We were all together. He was in my party. We were all together, so I'm assuming we all reported it together. Obviously I don't know who did it first. Maybe he even contacted, Intrepid and was like,
Yeah,
hey,
maybe he
look
went
at
the
this
extra
one.
mile. I don't know. I don't
Maybe
know
he
anything
did that.
about it,
I
but
have no
I
clue.
do know that you were there, and I know you reported it fast.
Yeah. And I'm like,
So
he wasn't. He
and the
didn't find it. He didn't find it alone. He found it, and we are all there who found it.
yeah, and because it would be nice to hear one of our names mentioned in a positive light on one of these live streams once, because
Never.
the last time, the one and only time that we were mentioned on live stream was Falco, and it was under a negative. It was on some conspiracy theorist shit, which actually happened. It just made us look bad because we don't have proof for it.
Yeah.
So that was the one time we got mentioned, and it was like, damn.
Yeah.
Well, this was a good.
Well, fuck me, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck me. It's all good. I get it. It comes with the territory.
I guess so.
But
so, you want to talk about that trailer now? Now that we're in a bad mood.
I'm not in a bad mood. I'm loving it. I'm loving
You're loving it?
I love being underdog. But
I can tell.
I love it. But let's talk about it. You first, because you see.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had a stronger opinion on Falco than this. I hated that trailer.
I thought that was very.
No. I had to get that off my chest. Oh, that was like when you fucking run outside and instantly light up a cig. Like
he said,
I had to just get that off my chest.
He said, "Let me smoke this freaking Intrepid pack real quick."
Right. That trailer, first of all, it wasn't made by Intrepid. They outsourced it to Brazen Studios, which they have some. We went to their website and looked it up. They have some really good animations for other games.
Yeah.
This one, first of all, my criticisms. It didn't look like Ashes. I would say 70% of the time, I didn't know what game it was I was watching.
It was CGI, by the way.
It was CGI. It was a very generic trailer. I didn't know it was Ashes. I think Ashes, the game, looked so good, you could have just used footage from the actual game, saved all that money you paid Brazen Studios, and made a better ad. Second criticism is it was generic. The CGI was generic. You have these, like, when the meteor came crashing down, you had all these generic, like, red demons or whatever, and then all the generic blue people, faceless creatures just running for the portal. Like, we're talking a big launch here. This ad is like your intro to marketing. You know you could do better than that. Like, it didn't look good. The walking was awkward. The characters walked awkwardly. And it wasn't. It reminded me, and I say this in a bad way, it reminded me of New World. New World had a lot of trailers where they heavily relied on CGI and all this cool stuff with, like, Captain Thorpe doing this or that, and that never played out in the game. It was very misleading.
Yeah.
Like,
I get what they're.
Maybe I'm being overly critical.
I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to show, like, a story and trying to kind of just give, like, a.
What was the story? Hold on. You try to explain the story to me. What did you get from the ad?
What I got from the ad was that the Harbingers, they were the red creatures were the Harbingers. The blue creatures were like past visions, I guess. Varens, they were trying to escape Vera to, like, through the portal. And that was them. The blue people were, like, basically past incarnations of people probably escaping through the portal. And then I don't know who the freaking lady was, because the lady wasn't really. We don't really know. But the thing is with that trailer, it's hard to know, like, very specific lore, because we aren't really given much lore in the alpha or just in general. It's kind of, Steven kind of gives us tidbits and stuff, but it's hard to give lore and stuff because, like, their quest system is so, like, bare bones right now. So, like, I don't know, like, any concrete people, but, like, the overarching story is basically they were trying to show that, I guess, the villains were the red people and the blue people were, like, Varens who escaped out to the portal, through the portal, basically. That's basically what I got from it.
So cops and cowboys?
Basically.
Like, this is. I don't know.
Most people aren't gonna get.
And like obviously we know they're the Harbingers. We know they're the Harbingers.
Yeah.
But that has no, like, real ties to any gameplay or anything like that. I just don't think.
Right, I get it. And
by the way, the character model, when the what's it called? The Phoenix lit up blue and then it panned to her face and her face lit up.
Yeah.
That didn't look like an Ashes character, bro. Like we gotta, and then when the demon or the harbinger guys put his staff down, and then the wings came up, that looked like New World in a bad way. This is your mass marketing audience. Don't remind them of New World, please.
I mean, it doesn't
Like,
help that like the harbingers just in general, like the harbinger event reminds like of the portals, like the corruption portals.
yeah.
It reminds, it's like, but we haven't played through every phase of the harbinger event, only like very brief parts of it. But like, I mean, it's very hard to make any red area have like its own flavor of it after you've played New World, because like they all kind of look very similar, you know, like
Yeah.
corruption looks like corruption. I mean, there's no other way to make it look any different. So I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's like, that's a very hard thing to coin for yourself after New World kind of beat that shit into the ground.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I know I'm being a dickhead. I'm self-aware that I'm being a dickhead.
No, you're good. You're good. I understand where you're coming from.
Where was I gonna go with that? Oh yeah, like Steven always says, it's easy to be a critic. Everybody's a critic, and I'm well aware. I'm just being a critic. I don't have any experience in creating visuals for marketing and stuff like that, for advertising.
Right.
But I'm just letting you know as a consumer how I took it. So take that at face value. It was a bad ad. Go back to the drawing board.
Not everyone thought that. It was kind of a mixed bag. Some people loved it. Some people hated it. Some, you know,
Who
and that's
loved
the thing about art.
I haven't heard anyone say anything good about it.
There was I mean, like in the comment sections. I'm not saying like people we actually talked to. I'm saying like I've read a mixed bag. Like if you go into the comment section of these, like on IGN or on Astro Creation or even on the reels that they put, some people like it, some people don't. It's like, that's the thing about art. It's up to people's interpretations. Some people like it, the vision. Some people hate it. Some people don't like our podcast. Some people love it. You know, like
a lot of people don't like our podcast.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. Like, it's cool with me. It's cool, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, I get it. I get where you're coming from. For us, we thought it could have been better, but yeah, that's just, we thought we thought it was shaky. I thought it was shaky. This man Jimmy thought it had shaken, earthquaked off the map.
I mean, I'm reading the comments on IGN right now, and they're all saying like New World Part 2, blah 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 blah. The first actual criticism of the ad was this looked outdated 5 years ago. This doesn't look good, basically. I don't see a single positive review. No. Too little, too late. I mean, that's not about the ad. That's about the game.
Yeah. A lot of it's more.
And then this guy, Crunker Idol iOS. That's an ass trailer.
Ooh.
The trailer is meh at best. Like, I just saying, the game is beautiful. They didn't have to go the CGI route. I hate CGI for MMOs. Like, it never lives up to actual gameplay.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why a lot of games don't. Even RuneScape doesn't do that that much CGI.
RuneScape uses pretty much actual gameplay.
OSRS does.
OSRS, yeah. Go look at the sailing trailer. They literally show you how it's gonna work, where you're gonna go with it. They show you the game. You know? And also, thank God I remembered this. Was there anything you saw missing from this? Like, think of Ashes as a game, as the whole concept. You know what Ashes is supposed to be. Was there anything about Ashes missing from this advertisement that they left out?
I mean, PvP,
you know?
PvP.
There you go, PvP. This is a fucking PvX game. The whole ad was PvE. They're marketing to a mass audience on Steam with a heavily reduced box cost. Well, at least box cost, you know, before the game launches and sub fee starts. They are not sticking to PvX here. I don't think it's up for debate. They're gonna go Mickey Mouse PvE. They're going to. They didn't even. Steven said this game is huge, heavy PvP. Not a single element of PvP was shown in that entire ad. That was intentional. Someone made that decision, and you can't talk me out of that. Someone said, "No PvP."
It was a very generic. In my eyes, it was a very generic trailer. Like, it wasn't. It wasn't meant to like show any what's it called? Like, it wasn't meant to show any systems. It was meant to just show, I guess, a very bare bones story, I guess you would call it. Because like, you hear like the narrator in the back just kind of
yapping away.
Yeah, kind of just yapping, like kind of letting people know this is Vera. This, you know, the chick brushing off the dust off of the Astro Creation Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like, basically showing that we're finally coming back. Even the trailer says return to Vera. Most people were making jokes in the comment section, being like, "Return to Vera? We never went." Like,
We
ha
never
ha ha
been.
ha ha ha. You get what I mean?
Right.
Because they've never
Yeah,
played.
yeah.
But I'm like, they don't understand the underlying backstory that is when you start the game is us coming back to Vera from through the portal. Um, but yeah, I mean they let themselves down that road with that message because obviously it's taken 8 years for this game to come into I guess a playable state that's worth marketing. So it's kind of you can't win. They
I'm not.
can't win. Yeah,
They can't win. I get that. I'm not
they
saying it's
can't win.
taking too long either. They're a small
Yeah,
studio. I'm
yeah,
well aware of the challenges that come with that and
yeah,
the restrictions.
yeah.
But
That's it. I agree with you though. The trailers. It's
the
meh.
the nature of the trailer wasn't cool, and I really
Yeah.
think it was intentional that they left out PVE. They're trying to portray a commercially viable product, which right now in
Which makes
this
sense because
atmosphere is a PVE Mickey Mouse game.
it makes sense why they're trying to do that because they need people and they know the
Yeah,
only
they
people
need people.
the people who are most likely to come in droves are not PvPers. Even though PvPers think they're the fucking crux of an MMO, you motherfuckers, all you PvPers, your games will die without
Right.
PvEers. Your
We can
games
take all
and
the
it
PvPers
shows.
and push them over here, and the game will
Right.
go on just fine. It won't be the same
Exactly.
game, but it'll still exist.
It will still
You can't do the
exist.
opposite.
Right. Like RuneScape literally stopped making content for you motherfucking PvPers for like a year, and the game went on just fine. And they literally have a whole area called the Wilderness for the PvPers. So it's
Right,
like,
dedicated.
right. Yeah. So I'm like, I get it. I get what they're doing, because I mean it's the smart thing to do. Steven is trying to either conjure up more money or conjure up more players for testing, or just he's trying to generate more buzz for his game because he could tell that shit, the pulse on this game was on its way out. On this alpha.
The beeping was slowing down for sure.
Yeah.
On the pulse.
So understandable, but I don't know. I still think there's a lot of life in this shit. It's just they gotta be consistent. There's no more. I feel like there's no more of this. Obviously they
Alpha?
can't. No, not alpha. You know how like we're a lot more forgiving than people who don't. Who the less people pay, the less forgiving people are.
For sure.
Because obviously people who pay a lot more want to see their whatever their money they put in their money come to fruition. They're a lot more likely to be like, give them a little more grace, even though they kind of like aren't very happy with how shit's going. I'm just saying, if you're not gonna be able to quell the shouts at this point, because no quelling it.
No, you're not gonna be able to quell them.
Yeah,
At all.
so
These are
do
gonna
well
be
by these
rabid
people.
players.
Do well by them because you're getting even more beaten down people because the people who got for their game snatched from them with New World are maybe coming over here. So show them why they should have been here in the first place with constant updates, constant communication, constant appreciation, and constant what else? Those three are probably the biggest things, honestly.
Yeah, those are the biggest things for sure.
Show them why this is gonna be one of the biggest MMOs. Don't promise them fucking sweet nothings. Show them with action because that's what's going to keep people around testing. Do you really? I don't want to see this alpha or my bad, early access.
This early access
dead in a month like Phase 3 was. We really don't.
Yeah, in a month, I think we'll be all right. I think personally, we're gonna get 40K players from Steam.
No, I'm saying like it took only a month. It was like a month before Phase 3 was dead, basically.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that with early access. I would like it not to be dead in January.
Because what comes after this Harbinger's update to bring people back? Like, what do you think the next update is? It's gonna be a while. I don't think we're getting anything hype generating.
Hopefully
we're getting the Summoner and the Harbinger, and then
probably hunting your first archetypes or
probably just system polishing. Like we're going into beta here.
Yeah, probably first classes. Maybe in sometime in January or April we get a level increase. Level 35 with our first classes. That's probably the biggest thing. That's probably our biggest thing next is a level increase in our first classes.
Yeah.
But,
level increase in class. Yeah, that's it for sure.
Yeah, but they gotta. I hope they have. I mean, I would love if they put out a roadmap. usually most of these early accesses make sure they put out a roadmap for their newly acquired
Yeah,
people. So I hope
that
you
would
guys have
make
a
sense, wouldn't
roadmap
it?
very soon, the one that you can stick to and that people aren't gonna call you out on.
I mean,
Like,
they mostly stuck to their Alpha 2 roadmap. Mostly,
mostly.
they had a good
I mean, we still don't have
rate.
what's it called. We still don't have what's it called, gear ascension. We still don't have gliding mounts. We do have
Which
aquatic mounts.
actually, yeah, we do. Yeah, mounts needs to be a higher priority than it is. I fucking hate the mounts in this game.
We don't have gear
I
ascension.
hate them.
That was in part 1 or phase 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few things they missed, but I get what you're saying. Oh, for the most part, they did stick to it.
Yeah.
But
They did all right.
They did. I think they did well. Show them that you can do better, though.
Definitely.
Show them that you can do better. Communication. If you want these people
Communication
to
is
stick
the
around,
biggest thing. I don't see their communication turning around anytime soon, especially with all these new people. It's going to be a lot harder to communicate.
I mean,
They
the only
already-
other people who can is us, right? Because if we do get into the
Okay.
consecrator program,
Like-
we may get a louder voice to be able to let people know what's up.
We're late into the episode here. I don't think many people are watching left, so I'm going to say this. There's probably not too many ears listening.
Yeah.
Margaret knew she had to have known. That there
Oh
was gonna be
shit!
a
No.
This is me,
Oh,
Yami
for all
speaking.
you
This
motherfuckers who stayed, now you get the T, I guess.
Now
Here's
you
the
get the
T.
T.
By the
The
way, if you
T's
made it
always
this
at the
far,
end.
speak T. Say T. That's the word. T.
Yeah.
Alright.
TA. We're not putting a timestamp for this.
No,
This is gonna be
Yeah.
some ninja bullshit here.
Yeah.
Some ninja tea.
Damn, I didn't think he was gonna do it. I thought we were gonna give. No.
I mean, she knew. There's no way she didn't know. On the what was it?
Oh, I have the message.
Yeah, give me the timestamp on it. I think it was on the 8th, right? Or when was it?
I got
November.
I got you, buddy.
Let him pull it up.
It was. Someone commented. They were Thorador. He said, "Y'all getting good at dodging questions." And then Margaret said on 11/6/2025 at 3:16 p.m. She said, "I was pretty clear. We did not announce a wipe. There's no planned wipe. That was 10 days ago. They announced that wipe on Friday, which was the 14th, which was 8 days prior to when she said that."
So I have to say this. First of all, don't get sassy and passive aggressive with people who give you criticism in Discord. That's not cool. You guys are getting good at dodging questions. Second of all, that was a bold-faced lie. There was a wipe planned and you knew about it. I'm pretty sure you knew about it. I don't have evidence of that, but there's no way you don't, considering the stream was delayed 2 weeks in a row and you knew the announcement. You're not doing a Steam release without a wipe. That's stupid. You knew about the wipe. So you lied to this guy and you were passive aggressive with him. I don't like that. I don't think that was good communication. And the studio has to do better than this.
Yeah.
Like
I said, we said, we don't know if she really did know that they were gonna freaking wipe, or there's no way for us to like I said, this is one of those things where it's a tinfoil hat thing. We don't know, but it sounds like they knew, because like he said, 2 weeks, there's a 2-week delay, and by that time it had already been delayed when she was saying this. It had been delayed because obviously we were supposed to have our stream on the, or a live stream on the 1st, or not the 1st, the 30th, or the 30th or something like that.
Something the end of October. It got delayed until
like the 7th or some shit. I mean,
and then this was done on the 8th, and then it was on the 14th, so it should have been on the 7th. Right?
It was supposed to be the 31st of October was when our first one was supposed to go out. Then it was the 7th, which was the next Friday, and then they delayed it to the 14th. She said that on the 6th, it had already been delayed once. And they knew the update that was happening with Steam, because they said they have a major announcement. They just needed more time for it to cook. What was that major announcement? We now know was their Steam announcement. Like, come on.
Put two and two together.
Like, really, you didn't know there was gonna be like a delay, or was gonna be a like a wipe? Because I mean, it's neither here nor there. But like,
no, but that message carries a time value. People saw that message and said, "Oh, Margaret said it. Let me go in the game and keep playing more. Let me go grind. Let me go back to Carfin and get some more Carfin emblems for this big craft I'm excited to do."
Yeah.
That carries a time consequence. You know, people are putting their banking on your word for how to spend their time.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with that.
Yeah. Kind of like
You
we
know?
did when we made content. She said, keep making content since 2023.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
There's content with consistency. Consistency,
Right.
consistency,
Right.
consistency.
Right.
I'll never get over that. But
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time.
But
Okay, so let's move on. We do have one more talking point. It's a quick one. Well, maybe not too quick. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
yeah.
Oh god, I fucked up that timestamp bad, didn't I?
No, I hope not.
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Just we haven't gone over an hour in a long time. So
Yeah, this is a good one.
yeah. Anyway, this is just a quick. I want to say, I guess you could call it a warning. From our experience on New World for how many like
Yeah.
thousands of hours we put into New
And
World.
on Ashes. And on Ashes.
Well, yeah, no, that's why. Yeah, we see it happening on Ashes now, so we
Yeah.
want to like try
Yeah.
to correct course
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And that is, do not please at least put this on the back burner at the studio. Just
Yeah.
please put durability on recipes.
Yeah.
In some fashion. I don't care how you implement
put type
it. I
of
don't
some degradation of recipes so that people's money, if like for one, after a while, once the game's been going on for a while, the recipes start to be devalued. They just don't have any. They don't carry any value because no one needs them. You learn them once, and they just take up your space. You get them, and you're like, oh, I'll just sell it to a general store. No one cares about
no one's
these
buying it on the trading post.
because they already have it too.
Yeah. Especially
make
if you
it-
have 30K plus people online, bro. Those
Right.
recipes aren't that rare, and they're not changing the rates from what we could tell. We got
Right.
recipes pretty common when we were playing. We played the
And they're
PTR.
even more common now because they raise the drop rates. So make it so these recipes have a like they degrade over time. Like after you use it, maybe it has a certain amount of uses on it, or maybe you can use a certain amount of uses to boost your your what's called your chance of making a higher like stat weapon or something like that. Or maybe whenever, because that's the one thing that hasn't come out actually, artisanship skills, artisanship, I guess, trees. Maybe on the artisanship tree for like weaponsmithing, maybe you're trying to make a weapon and you can go down the tree to make it so maybe your recipes last a little longer, or maybe you use more durability on your recipe to make higher quality weapons or something like that. But the crux of this is make it so like recipes of all kinds have a limited use to where they basically
and
degrade
to where yes, and then you have to buy another recipe off the fucking marketplace, like a marketplace is supposed to,
Yeah, you need that circle. I feel like because we already know you guys are trying to make it so weapons don't last forever. Because there was another thing that I thought of actually, which I'm gonna throw this in here. Why don't we make it so weapons have a chance of not getting fully repaired when you try to repair it at like a place? And maybe a certain node has, let's say you go to a node with a good weaponsmith, maybe that tree, the mirror tree goes down like a path where weapons have a higher chance of not losing durability from being repaired if you go to a specific node to repair your weapon.
Yeah,
like,
that's nice.
That like certain things like that to make people be like, oh, that node's best at repairing like armor. I'm gonna go repair my armor there.
Right.
Oh, that
it's
node
worth
has
it to go across the map. I got this heroic sword.
Right.
Let me run across to Winstead. Right now I'm at the Crucible, but let me go to Winstead to repair.
Right.
It's like you need those inconveniences. You can't make everything a streamlined convenience game, or else you get New World.
Right.
They took away the Azoth cost on fast traveling.
Right. Give people a reason to use worse weapons with teams that they don't trust because they're like, oh shit, I don't know this team.
That too.
I'm going with a team that I'm not sure of. I don't want if I die, my weapon's gonna lose some durability. I'm gonna have to repair it. Maybe I don't want it to lose any durability because I'm playing with this pug and I don't know how they run. I don't know if I'm gonna die.
Right.
Make people have to have specific gear and specific weapons for specific teams that they go with. Oh, I know this team's gonna be good for me or gonna do right by me. I'm not gonna die so much, or I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna use my best gear with them. But yeah, those things, durability, having the chance to degrade. I brought that up because that was a thing that was pretty cool in Mabinogi that I used. That was a thing, and also like they call them or scrolls. What they call it? They call them. I forgot what they call it, but basically recipes on there have a limited use durability as well. So yeah, those things are.
I mean,
yeah.
There's a million ways you could implement it.
Yeah.
Maybe you're hammering away at a weapon, you're sweating, and you smear some of the ink on the recipe. You only have 9 more uses out of it. Or here's an idea. If you want to make a legendary weapon, you have to use 3 durability. No, say fuck it. Or say a recipe has 10 durability. If you want to make a legendary, 5 durability for one craft.
Right.
An epic, 4 durability. A rare,
Right.
3 durability.
Right.
Like it's very self-explanatory.
Maybe use more if you went down the tree that makes it so your legendary has like maybe an extra chance to make like an exalted waterfall stat or something like that. You know, kind of like on like exalted's like basically a higher tiered waterfall stat. Like maybe the max waterfall stat for I don't know power is like 150, but maybe since I went down that tree that gives me a higher chance of exalted, I can have like 200. 200 is the exalted stat. You know,
I like that.
Gives me a higher chance. I don't know. You could give people a reason to either go down the tree of making high quality or high quantity. You know,
Customization is a big thing. Just don't let these recipes clog up the trading posts and store, because they already did. Go look at my storage shed. If there's a dev watching, go look at Yami's storage shed on Shoal.
Yeah.
My items tab is 100% recipes from the top left to the bottom right.
Yeah.
Recipes that I already know, and they won't sell on the trading post. They're worthless.
Right.
It's the same way on New World. Let this be a warning before you go on Steam. Take care of that shit.
Yeah.
Please.
Take care of
it. It doesn't have to be 10. It could be a recipe gives you 2 crafts. Like you hardly make more than 2 anyway, unless you're like a weaponsmith for a guild. At which point you're gonna drive the recipe price through the roof for the ones you're looking for. Let the guilds have money. They do guild caravans and stuff like that. Let them pay the exorbitant prices.
Right.
And let the PvEer who happens to find that recipe out while playing with his friends sell it for a crazy good price.
Right.
Let there be some gold transfer.
Recipes were good value at the beginning of phase 3. You would get like
There's still some good ones.
That's true. But you remember like the one that you got
super rare.
From what not Makama, but the one you get in Ursine Cave.
Oh yeah.
The
Golbo, the skin stripper. That recipe was
we were selling for like valuable. 7 or 8 gold or something like that. Like
and then
just nothing.
A few days later, they're 1 silver. And
right.
Right.
It's like just maybe if you only can make 1 or 2 from them, maybe they would keep their price. And maybe I get it. You guys are gonna make it at some point. Weapons not being like things you could keep forever, but like you got to keep the value of weapons like high and the value of recipes, because even RuneScape has that problem where they're literally taking out like best in slot weapons because they're coming into the game so fast.
Yeah.
And you're like, isn't
there
that
has to be there has to be input and output. Like if you don't know on RuneScape how it works, the Grand Exchange, which is basically like think of it like a tier 5 not node. What are the settlements?
Yeah, settlement. Yeah.
Think of a tier 5 economic settlement with the trading post that's linked throughout the whole world and all that. That's the Grand Exchange on RuneScape. And there's a tax on every purchase and sale that you make. And that money from the tax, that tax money, they take and they buy up the super like best in slot items and they delete them from the game using that money. It's genius.
Right.
And it keeps such a like there's no other way to get rid of those weapons. So there has every game that survives the test of time, it needs input and output.
You need it for the weapons.
It has to be Malthusian in nature. Have birth and death.
It has to be. Even if people don't like it initially, they'll understand because that's going to be the osmosis. Right now, we don't understand how it feels to have a game, or at least an alpha, where people are playing it for a year and like it's a lot of people playing. So we only know how it feels for like a few months, and after a few months, the economy was starting to slow down. Imagine how much recipes and shit are gonna come into the game that won't go anywhere except to the general store. And that also gives people more reasons to keep going around and picking up recipes and creating items. That's a circle right there for your crafters. That's a circle that people are gonna want. Oh shit, I should go make more because people are wasting their weapons. They're getting cooked by Firebrand. They're getting cooked. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
like, if you get a Firebrand recipe drop, I would personally think it's really cool if the guild has to say, okay, there's 3 people next in line to get their Firebrand weapons, and that's all this recipe can do until we kill them again. You know?
Right.
And we get that recipe again. Like, and say you only have 4 durability left on your recipe. Too bad, you can't make a legendary. It requires 5 durability at least.
Right.
So you can't just pump out legendaries, bro. Look at Shoal. Look what happened.
You can't.
If it's a guaranteed legendary and all you have to do is just throw some mats into the anvil, it's so stupid.
It is. And obviously, there's probably more ways to keep the economy flowing and keep people feeling like it's worth it to get these recipes. Because like I said, we got a billion hawkbow recipes because we killed the
Oh
hawkbow
my god,
lady like so
like
many
50.
times. They were worthless after the third kill.
Yeah.
They were worthless. We were like, oh, another recipe, another material, some more bullshit. So
Yeah.
you don't want people to feel like, oh, this is like, you want everyone to feel like there's some type of use for what
Mhm.
they get from any mob they kill.
Right.
And that's why we brought up that also with being able to use river runes to make better runes, like being able to
Oh,
upgrade like a certain amount of
yeah.
river runes. That still
Yeah.
needs to be put in the game too, because people are gonna get
I
into the
mean,
game who are new and be like,
okay.
river runes suck.
Well, now I sound like a bit of a hypocrite because New World actually did a pretty good job on that. Remember with the what were they called, the moat? How you can upscale the moat to
Yeah,
higher tiers
that was a
at the
very. I'm not
station.
saying New World didn't have all bad ideas. That was a great
Yeah.
idea.
But the thing is that didn't lead to New World's demise. This recipe
Yeah.
shit did.
Yeah, definitely.
They were all worthless. They were always a nuisance to get. Always.
Definitely. But they definitely need to find some way to be able to let scribes turn like river runes into higher tier runes, and then vice versa, the rune between that, which I think is the tropics rune, and then the something like that,
like
because
some like say a river rune with some Jundark essence, and you can make
Yeah.
a rune from the Jundark, some
Right.
sort of transformation or something.
right, because those every time I get a river rune, I'm just like, it doesn't sell for shit.
Yeah,
It's worthless.
I know. Sell it to the vendor. You see that blue glow on the floor? You think you got some glint? Psych. Think
Yeah.
again. You got a
Yeah.
blue river rune. Sell it
Yeah.
to the general store.
Devs, if you want to hear more about your economy, hit us up. We are always free to talk about ways to improve your economy. I feel like we have a PhD in your economy since we play it a lot, so we feel like we would know what what the community would enjoy. We at least feel like it. Like obviously we might not know everything, but we know a pretty good amount of stuff. If you watch our videos, we play the economy very well.
I think there's a couple of devs watching.
Yeah.
My spidey senses tingle.
I hope so. Landorf, is that you? Oh, I'm kidding. Okay. I'm kidding. All right. But yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, turns out there's other devs other than Planendorf.
That's wild work. That's wild work.
Turns out they exist.
They exist. I can't believe it.
But God, an hour 22 minutes. This better have a good viewer duration. It better be higher than 15 minutes. It better, and there better be a good sub count. Please.
Get us to past 500. If we can't get 2 subs on this, we failed.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If we don't get 2 subs from this, there's not gonna be a next episode.
There won't
like,
be.
This is it.
We quit. We quit after this.
I can promise that.
We
there
quit.
will not be another episode.
We quit. You'll be getting an early retirement from Falco and Yami. We will be retiring.
Yo, low key, Intrepid's gonna be like, don't sub. Everyone, don't sub.
Right. They're gonna be like, hold up.
In the sunset.
Let them leave. They're not contributing anything to this game.
They're too negative.
They're too
Are we too negative?
They're too critical.
Let us know.
They're too critical.
Are we too critical? Are we mean? Tell us in the comments. Like, give us all your thoughts down there, man. I love reading them.
Obviously, everything we say isn't going to make it to the game, and everything we say isn't going to be long.
Yeah, I don't expect it to. I do expect the recipe durability. That's a big issue. I expect that.
That's a huge issue that no one talks about except for us. But,
yeah, we're the only people. Yeah.
But it's an issue. Even if people don't talk about it, it's a huge issue. If you play your own game, devs, you will know it's an issue. You will see it if you play it for any like bespoke time after 25 or even 20. You will see that, wow, I got more recipes than I get gear, and I got the same recipe a billion times. Yeah,
so many dupes.
Yeah, it's disappointing, especially when you go to like the mobs where you start farming name mobs. Those recipes just stay. They keep on coming.
Yep. You sit there grinding for that item or that material or whatever, and you walk out of there with 3 recipes.
Right.
Like, where's the logic there? 3 recipes?
Yeah.
No one needs 3 recipes in this current economy.
Only place
There's
you don't
hardly any
get
crafters
those
to begin with.
is in the Jundark when you're trying to farm for like the freaking daggers, the bloom daggers.
Oh yeah, those recipes are like a 1%. The bloomed maw and the spider that drops the daggers too.
Yeah.
The reaver daggers or something like that.
Yeah.
those recipes are rare.
Those
And it feels good to get them.
Yeah,
But they still should have durability.
They
I don't care how
definitely should.
rare it is.
Definitely, because it's not supposed to. If it's supposed to be a rare dagger, it's not supposed to be a dagger that's for everyday use. Or it's supposed to be one of those ones where people see it and they see the skin and they're like, "What the fuck? You got that dagger?" It's like a lot of people need to understand that that's the way that the land. Like if everyone could have everything in the game, nothing is special.
I agree.
And Steven agrees. I mean, at least he said he's agreed.
He used to agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's doing some sort of internal pivot with this game, and I can't shake the feeling of that.
No,
that's just me.
I would love to hear. I would love to hear about it.
If you guys can kick and scream loud enough and help us get a Steven interview, I promise it won't be easy questions.
It won't.
I promise you that.
Unless they hold our mouth shut and say,
we might have to sign something beforehand.
Yeah.
Or maybe the questions will be screened or something. If they're easy, they were screened. It wasn't us. It wasn't our choice.
They were screened. But we would love an interview with Steven. We would love it. I think you guys will love it too. Comment down if you made it this far. Comment down below. Steven interview. I don't know. Fuck.
No,
you got the word. You got a word.
Yeah, I got a word.
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know this was magnetic. Type magnetic. I got a magnetic tape measure. How is it magnetic?
That's weird. I broke my tape measure. Why we both got tape measures?
Oh, hold up. That's weird. Why do you have a tape measure?
Hold
on. Actually, why do you have a tape measure? I'll tell you why after.
I've been measuring my dilk.
No, you don't. He said. He said, yeah, sorry, I was just measuring something real quick.
I was just measuring something real quick.
You're a weirdo.
Whoa, that's huge.
We ain't getting no Steven interviews. We ain't getting no Steven interviews.
Fuck. I bet people are like, we like the end. Yeah, let me know, guys. Let us know. Do you guys like when we just be bullshitting at the end of the fucking because
this is what the live streams are gonna be like. We're gonna be bullshitting, except you get to be involved. It's so exciting.
Exactly.
But I was using this shit to measure if I have long legs. Turns out I have extremely long legs and a short torso.
I can see that.
That's just.
I can see that.
You see that?
This man looking like the dude from from Despicable Me's with the fucking
that was hate. Wow. I roasted on my own show. There's no way you thought.
Sorry. What was his name?
That reminds me of my video production teacher from high school. Don't pull it up.
What's his name? No.
End the show. End the fucking show.
Me? What's his name? Hold up.
I think his name was like Groot or something. I don't know.
Oh, this is him. I got him. Yeah, it's Groot. You're right. Oh shit!
I don't fuck with you for that. I'll be honest with you. I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with Intrepid. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are all right. What was I gonna say? You know, you got some long ass legs too. Fuck you.
Yeah, I do.
But,
yeah, I do. Yeah.
But I was just thinking back. I was like, how come I could never like squat comfortably? I always needed squat shoes. I know I have bad mobility, but I always needed squat shoes when I was squatting. I was like, was it my legs? Yeah, it was my legs.
This man said, you can't do the Asian squat, man. I can do the Asian squat.
No, you can't do no fucking. Do it right now. Don't lie to the people.
Let me do that real. You can't see me though. I'm gonna do it on the bed. Hold up. Watch out. Hold up. Watch out.
Getting Falco on the bed. It doesn't make any. If I can't see your ankles, it doesn't count. Nah, I know your ankles are like this.
Nope.
Nah, no. Show me the ankles. Pan the camera down. Pan the fucking camera down.
Damn, you can. Let me be on this. I can do it on this.
Don't lie to the people. You're gonna break. We can't. We're seeing your ass right now, dog.
Oh shit.
We ain't getting into the content creator program. We're fucked.
Alright, fuck it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this shit. I almost broke my chair. Yo, if we have the chair sponsorships, I would love one because my arm is on its last leg right now.
Your arm is on its last. That was poetic. Yeah. Oh, that's. Wait. I thought you got a new chair. Is that still the old raggedy?
Do you see it? You don't see it
because
it's not high enough. But yeah, this shit is rattling around in a circle. I could do a freaking. It's like a joystick now.
He's driving a stick shift.
I am. It's like a fucking joystick. I could use a new chair. I would love to promote it on the Rebirth Radio podcast if you could get us
put a big ass RR on that chair and send one to both of us.
Exactly.
We will promote it until we die.
Exactly.
It'll be so easy. God, marketing is so easy. Why the fuck am I not a marketing? Like, Instead,
mean,
we
you
get these
are.
CGI. We get these fucking CGI ads from these big MMOs. You know what? Fuck it. I don't have the
All right,
credentials. What do I know?
this is our longest podcast ever, guys. Please like the podcast. It's an
Yeah.
hour and 30 minutes. All right,
Please subscribe. We need
subscribe.
1,000 subs, please.
Let's get
Help us
150
move on
likes.
with our lives. 150. It's so easy, bro. 150 likes, 5,000 subs. Just fucking do it. This episode.
Yes.
I know you can.
Subscribe. 150 likes. 1,000 subs. Show some love. Other than that, we out you.
All right, fine. See you guys next week. Thanks
See
for
you
watching.
next week. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace.